Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. For those of you who are new here, my name is Caitlin, I'm the Flutey Feminist, and each week I consult my Instagram followers to choose a video topic. Now that sentence is becoming less and less true as I just pick random topics that I feel like doing. But my guest today actually does follow me on Instagram and she wanted to do this video with me, so that kind of counts. I will let her introduce herself. Who are you?
Who am I? What musical is that from?
Comments below.
No, in all seriousness, I'm Erin. I'm Caitlin's older but shorter sister.
True.
Facts. And I'm obsessed with musicals, and I was super excited when Caitlin made her last video, so I begged her to make part 2 a little selfishly so that I can talk about musicals more.
Yes, so today I will basically be interviewing Erin, asking her some in-depth questions about musicals because she's been in a lot of them, and then we're going to do some fun word association as well.
Ooh,
so let's get started. First
awesome.
question.
Okay.
What was your first show that you were in?
Oh my goodness. Well, I'm not going to count the time I had an extracurricular musical theater experience in elementary school because that should just remain in the past, in the closet. So technically, the very first show I was in was Bye Bye Birdie as Ursula Merkel, Kim McAfee's best friend and lover of Conrad Birdie.
I can attest, it was a great show. I went to see it
Yes.
when I was little. Who knows what age.
6.5 years younger than me. Whatever
Yes,
that is.
yes, exactly. Question number 2. What is a song that makes you cry, either when you listen to it or when you sing it?
Okay, well, as you guys know from Caitlin's past videos, she's a crier, kind of runs in the family. I cry a lot too.
We at the Flutey Feminist stand criers.
Yes, we love a crier. But I don't have any specific songs that come to mind. It used to be for a really long time For Good from Wicked, because when I heard that song, it felt like, oh, that's appropriate for every parting occasion. But yeah, I think just music in general. I don't know. I can't say like one specific song.
That's fair.
Yeah. It depends on the day, depends on the mood, depends on what the lyric is saying, and if it kind of fits with what I'm going through in my life, or I don't know. It's a very situational thing, but I'm a crier, so it happens a lot.
Nice. And what is your favorite character that you've played on stage?
Ooh, I mean, I had a love-hate relationship with this character at first, but I think I have to say Ado Annie, because
In Oklahoma?
yes, Oklahoma, grade 11. I just think it was such a great experience. Like that whole cast, we were all friends, we were all in the same grade, and now I'd be lying if I didn't say that I desperately wanted to be Lori, but you know, I'm more of an Ado Annie. So after, you know, a little pep talk, some explaining from our dad, who's like, Ado Annie's obviously the more fun character and you're gonna have a great time.
No one wants to be the protagonist.
Like,
Hot
I
take.
mean, look, I really, you know,
Protagonists are boring.
yeah, I mean,
Real
Ado
talk.
Annie was super fun. I got to like go backstage, and then, you know, there's a whole scene where Ado Annie and Will are missing, and then they come back and they have hay in their hair, and everyone's like, where were you? And I'm
remember
like,
Sex.
yes. So definitely that's like one of my top memories, but I also really did have fun playing Ursula Merkel, which was my first ever real role. So
I remember
mean,
you had in that show something with a telephone.
yes,
Like, on
the telephone hour, which all you telephone hour haters out there, do not comment below. Only telephone hour stands allowed. Yeah, it's a fun show, and Ursula Merkel just basically screams like 90% of the show, and you know, I was fine with that. Yeah, super. So that's it.
Who are some of your favorite performers?
Oh my gosh. Okay. Well,
In
look,
this town,
this
we stand.
yeah. Okay.
Who do we stand?
Okay. We're gonna start with your stan that you introduced me to. Is that
Oh,
who you're
sure.
referring
I
to?
was like, who? Sorry. No, I was just gonna say in general, like, who do we stand?
Okay.
Anyways,
Yeah. Definitely. We stand a lot of performers.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, as much as, and we can start the counter now.
Yeah.
But now, as much as I love Carrie Hope Fletcher.
Yeah. If you saw my last video.
Yeah. Love her. She's new to me. My sister introduced me to Carrie, and my life is infinitely better. But we cannot start this list without Judy Garland and Julie Andrews.
Yes.
Fun fact, when I was 16, for both my family Sweet 16 party and my friend's Sweet 16 party, all I requested was stuff from Judy Garland. Anything was Judy Garland. Yes, anything Judy Garland related. Now, I was also, it happened to be the year that I was in Oklahoma.
Okay.
Like, I had just been in it, so our family members also got me, like, stuff from Oklahoma or other musicals. But, super cool gift that a few of my friends got me was this bracelet that on the front was engraved with my name, and on the back it said, "To our own Judy Garland," and it had a heart, and that's, like, one of my top gifts.
Still
I
have
still have that,
Oh.
yes.
I did not know that.
Yes, I was a weird child, teen.
Theater geek.
Yeah, pretty much.
If you will.
So, obsessed with Judy Garland, of course, Julie Andrews, Kristen Chenoweth. Gotta give a huge shout out to Kristen Chenoweth.
Yeah.
Love her.
Do you have any like male? You remember? So in
Oh,
my last
yeah,
video, like
that's
I
true.
was like listing all these female performers that I love,
Yeah.
and I like
True.
I can't even think, to be honest, apart from like Lin-Manuel Miranda, like I can't
Yeah,
even think of any
true.
like male musical
I mean,
theater
it's
people.
true. Yeah, I haven't mentioned any male. I mean,
They're
well,
less memorable.
actually, while I was preparing for Oklahoma, my friend Chelsea and I, who incidentally was cast as Lori, totally perfect Lori, blonde hair, blue eyes, tall, beautiful, like we stan. So we got together, and all summer, all we did was watch the Hugh Jackman version.
Yeah, Hugh Jackman.
So
That's true.
I mean,
he's
but
great, yeah.
he's like, I wouldn't really say he's my favorite, just because I don't know, he's not
Yeah, yeah.
really, but you know,
He's
yeah,
great,
he's
but he has a
but
great voice, yeah.
I do remember actually listening to a CD with Kelly O'Hara. Oh my gosh, also Kelly O'Hara, love
Yeah,
Kelly O'Hara.
she introduced me to her tonight.
Yeah, and she did the Pajama Game with Harry Connick Jr.
Oh, Harry
That was
Connick
kind of
Jr.,
funny.
yeah,
But
yeah.
and then of course there's like Neil Patrick Harris,
Oh,
Raul
yeah.
Esparza,
I'm like,
like
these people
there's,
exist.
I mean, we love
I
the
know
men,
all these
and now
people, yeah,
there's
yeah.
a lot of newer
Very true.
performers up and
I've heard
coming,
some
like
good
Alex
things about
Brightman, like
Jeremy Jordan.
yeah,
I
Jeremy
personally
Jordan. Oh
love
my
that.
gosh.
Yeah.
Just yeah, there are a lot out there, but of course, as a young female, obviously I idolized
Yeah.
like iconic women.
So apart from like, do you have any people like more modern, maybe younger
Well,
singers that you like?
Carrie Hope Fletcher, obviously. I have to say, two people that I discovered, and it's gonna be fair, one boy, one girl.
Yeah.
If any of you musical theater fans out there watch the Jimmy Awards, also
right.
shout out to Tracy, who introduced me to the Jimmy Awards. She was watching it one year on Facebook, and I kind of really got into it. So not this past year, but the year before, Andrew Barth Feldman and Renee Rapp, they were the two winners. And basically the Jimmy Awards is like this high school like competition all
We watched it last
yeah,
year. It was
exactly.
really
It's
good.
really, really
Yeah.
good. And that year, like the talent was incredible. And I think those two are really up and coming performers that
Do
are
you
going to
know
have a huge career.
what they're in right now?
Yeah, so actually, in 2 days, I believe, I think on Sunday, it's his last performance. Andrew Barth Feldman was playing Evan in Dear Evan Hansen on
sure,
Broadway.
okay.
Did it for a year. And Renee Rapp is currently playing Regina George in Mean
sure.
Girls,
Yeah,
the
okay.
musical, which going to be turned into a movie. So.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
true. But
Yeah, but so yeah, no
well, we've heard
hate to
also
like the newer.
good things about Eva Noblezada.
Oh my gosh, of course. She also was in the Jimmy Awards like way back
Right,
when.
yeah, I remember you told me
and
that.
of course, like I also love Leah Salonga. I mean,
Yeah.
she's, you know, old
Bit
school,
older,
but yeah.
Cool.
There's so many. I mean, we would be here all
Yeah.
day. There are so many people I love. So yeah,
Nice.
we'll make a part 3, right?
Maybe. We'll see how many
Leave it in the
views we get.
comments below.
No, just kidding. Briefly, because it could be its own video.
True.
Some thoughts on the recent Cats movie. Thoughts about cats in general. It's just because it's topical.
Okay.
We
well,
both haven't
okay.
seen the
full
movie yet.
full
or the
disclosure.
musical.
Full disclosure. I've never seen Cats.
Yeah, me neither.
Live, nothing. So, I'm not exactly a Cats aficionado.
We stand
But-
memory though.
We do. Sang that in many a show. Love it. Oh my gosh. I'm sorry to just we got
Go
to just
for it.
stop right here. Speaking of memory,
Yeah.
I don't know how I left.
Where's this going?
I don't know how I left off my queen, my Jewish sister, Barbara
Oh,
Streisand.
yeah. I was like,
Babs.
yeah.
I
Babs,
mean,
yeah, for sure. Funny girl.
yes.
All those
iconic.
other ones.
I don't even.
That don't come to mind right now.
Hello, Dolly.
Hello, Dolly. That's it.
Just
Yeah.
so many. Anyway, that was a side note, but
Back
Babs.
to Cats.
Don't know how I left off this, but
Yes.
yes. So, Cats the movie. That's a hard no. That's just no.
We had like a whole discussion during the Christmas time because my dad wanted to go see it, and I was
So
like,
badly.
Dad, don't spend Canadian dollars on this.
You need to follow hashtag Cats
Yeah,
movie on
Cats.
Twitter. Check that out.
Oh,
No.
man.
Look, movie musicals, it's a hit or miss
Wishy-washy, yeah.
situation. I mean, you got to take it on a case by case basis, but like, look, I didn't see Cats live, obviously in the theater. You know, I've never seen it on stage. But to me, that is meant to be a stage musical with iconic makeup.
Yeah. Costume. Yeah.
It's an experience. You either love it or you hate it. But I
trip, they
think
might
we can
say.
all agree that everyone hates the movie.
Yeah.
And
Let's
yeah,
leave it
I don't want to see people's faces and their
Apparently
wedding
the
rings.
CGI is just really bad. So.
Just no. Yeah.
All right,
That's that on that.
Yeah. What is a dream role that you haven't played yet?
Gosh. Okay. Speaking of my girl Julie, Maria in The Sound of Music, I mean, that's definitely hype there. Although, I have to say, you know, I started out in musical theater. I was obsessed with musical theater, and my original dream role besides that, I know I might get some hate for this. It's controversial. You either love him or you hate him, Andrew Lloyd Webber, but my dream role was Christine in Phantom of the Opera, which, you know, you spoke in your last video about...
Watching once a day for 30 days? Yeah.
No, I mean, yes, that. But going on school trips and seeing plays and stuff. So actually, Phantom of the Opera was my first big, like, school trip. I mean, I'd gone on a few other, like, field trips, but we went to New York City for our grade 11 grad trip, and the show we got to see was Phantom of the Opera, and our seats were way far in the back.
Was
like,
there a chandelier? Like a big chandelier? Or?
of course.
Yeah? Oh,
That's
okay,
how it
nice.
starts. That's like, you can't have Phantom of the Opera
Yeah.
without the chandelier. But we were so far back. Our seats were like horrible. I mean, you know, high school kids, budget. But all the teachers knew that I was obsessed with musicals. So one of the teachers was like, Erin, would you like to sit in the front row of our really crappy section? And I cried. I was crying by the end of Act 1. My life, I was like, what am I doing? I had already applied to social science with a major in law and society. And I was like, what am I doing with my life? I have to be Christine on Broadway, and I used my little calling card in the payphones. Yes, I'm that old.
Someone out there knows
yeah.
what a payphone still is.
Okay, some of us are from an older generation, and I called home and I was like, I want to be Christine, and my parents were like, okay, well, you're in New York right now, so can we talk about this when you get home? And I was like, yes. So that's definitely, I feel like that's still on my list, and I did come pretty close to playing her once. I mean, I did play her briefly just in a musical review. But what else? Yeah, so Maria in Sound of Music, Christine, Phantom of the Opera, Mary Poppins in the Broadway musical, Mary Poppins. And not that this is like super dream role, because it's a weird musical, like all the songs are great, but the show itself is kind of like, But I would like to sing Marion in The Music Man. And also, if we're going a bit more modern, which it's not really that modern anymore because I'm old again, but The Light in the Piazza, has some great roles, yeah. And
Nice.
yeah, just, there's so many I'm probably forgetting right now, but those are
Good stuff.
Yeah.
All right. What do you like most about musicals? Either performing them or watching them?
Well, performing, I just love like getting your part, learning staging, highlighting your score, like color coding everything and memorizing your lines and getting to meet everyone. And of course, like, the live performance aspect, there's nothing that could beat that, like the lights and the costume, the makeup, when it all comes together. That's just super fun. And I mean, I think the lyrics in a lot of musical theater songs they're really well written, and it's nice to connect, like find ways to connect to those lyrics and discover new ways of interpreting songs and everything. So that's super fun. And of course, like going to rehearsal every day, love that. But and like watching, I know this is weird, but I get weirdly emotional at like curtain calls. I don't know what it is. It's like seeing people and they're like clapping and they're just like, oh my gosh. Like, I don't know if it's because I can relate to being up there or just I don't know.
I think for me it's also like when you see a show and then it's over, it's like, you know, the actors are like must be like so happy and proud of themselves,
all the work
and then
they've done.
You see them on stage and they're just smiling and you're just
yes.
like
exactly.
You know, like,
and I mean, like you also talked about in your last video. I feel like this is a plug for her last video, but I mean, if you haven't checked it out, go check it out. When you're talking about Stratford, which is, you know, one of like the top theaters here in Canada, just to know that's like a repertory theater. So these people are performing like Rocky Horror one night and then the next day they're doing you know. So in one day they could have already done 2 completely different performances, and just to see the level of talent and the skill and frankly like the stamina and just what's required to really do that like 8 times a week is it's something I really admire, and obviously have had the chance to do in, you know, some settings, and that I hope to continue to do, maybe like on Broadway one day.
Yeah. Different kind of question. Since I have never been in a show other than in the pit orchestra, how do you memorize a show? Like, she's also done operas, like full-length operas. I'm like, wow, like how do you go about memorizing a show?
Honestly, I was just thinking about this the other day. I know it sounds weird to say, but I was really thinking about this because I've spent some time away from the stage and performing, and I was really thinking that the other day, like how did I used to do all these things, and at times like when I was performing at the Segal Center, I was still in school, so I was memorizing, you know, whatever show I was doing there, plus I was in the operas at school, so I had like multiple things going on, plus like arias and art songs and stuff for voice lessons and recitals. But honestly, I think it's you study it a lot. Like I used to just sit with my scores like all the time, like do my conducting and learn the rhythms and the words. And then obviously, of course, you're practicing every day, trying to get it in your body, in your mind. So eventually it just kind of happens, but it is hard. It is something you have to work at. But I just think, I don't know. I also do have like a really good memory. Like I'll remember things. I mean, we've talked about this. Like I remember stuff from my childhood. Like
I'm the full opposite.
No
like,
clue.
Half a last video. Where did I see that show?
Yeah,
what
exactly.
Show
so like I'll remember word for word what somebody said in an argument like 3 years ago and what I said back. Like so, I think that also helps. And just I'm also a visual person, so I think some people have an easier time once you're reading it every day and you're looking at it. You can kind of just like see it in your mind. You know? So
nice.
Yeah.
What is the best musical you've seen live?
Ooh. Well, the most recent one I've seen live was Come From Away with the original, which actually we have the playbill here. I haven't put them away yet, but like, ooh. With the like full original cast, minus one person actually. The actor who played the reporter, she had already moved on, but everyone else was like original cast. So that was really cool to see, and just also because has a connection to Canada, so it was kind of cool. But honestly, like almost every show I've seen, there's been something that I'm like, oh my god, that was amazing. Or so I can't say like the best, you know, there's so many. But yeah, the most recent, I would say Come From Away was probably one of like the top ones that I've seen.
Cool. What's your least favorite musical? Are there one you've been in or like seen or know about?
Okay. I'm apologizing in advance to the ABBA lovers. Now, let me just say, I love a good ABBA song. We stand. Mamma Mia, not my favorite musical. I don't know why.
Fair.
It's just not my favorite.
It's barely a musical. Wow,
no. Look at you.
No,
musicals have their place, but yeah, it's not my favorite. It's not horrible. Like I don't know why. It's really just not
That's fine.
my favorite. And is there anything else that I really dislike? No. I feel
Okay.
like, yeah.
Cool. All right, we are going to play a word association game now.
Okay.
So I'm just gonna say the name of a musical, and you're gonna tell me the first word that comes to mind. And I might ask you also sometimes like what you think about the musical, but mostly just start
like
with
any word, or
yeah,
can it be like
whatever
does it have
word.
to be a song?
No. Anything that comes to mind. You could even be like fantastic or a song or
Okay.
a chair. I don't know. All
A
right.
chair. We
Ready?
love that. Yeah. Oh, speaking of chair, that
What?
really reminded me of another one of my faves that I accidentally left off the icons list.
Oh, yeah.
Liza Minnelli.
Yeah,
The chair, obviously, reminded me of her little number in
Yes.
mine hair.
Cabaret.
So yeah, Cabaret.
Yeah.
That used to be my party piece for all musical theater auditions. It was like Cabaret was my song, belted it out. That was my jam. So
Nice. All right.
Yes.
Well, we'll see if
Okay.
it comes up in the word association.
Okay.
Who
Let's
knows?
see.
Only me. Okay. First musical, Chicago.
ooh, Chicago sexy.
Cabaret.
Liza Minnelli. No, Cabaret. Just love that musical.
Love.
Yeah.
Fair. Heathers.
Well, since I feel like we're a little low on the count, I'm gonna say Carrie Hope Fletcher. Yeah, but I mean, I honestly
haven't
didn't
seen
realize.
it.
Yeah, I didn't realize what a like cult favorite
Yeah.
classic that was. But I have a lot of
listened
friends
to
that love it.
Yeah, I listened to the UK West End
Yes.
recording the other day. It's really, really cool. I like a lot of the songs.
Yeah. So.
Cool.
Carrie.
Rent.
AIDS, poverty, seasons of love.
Cutting to the quick. Yeah.
Yes, I
Those
mean,
are
oof.
all things
Now,
that happen in.
Can I just say,
We love
again, another controversial opinion. It's not that I don't like Seasons of Love. Love it.
okay.
I just feel like
Where's this going?
maybe we need to retire that
Oh.
from like every cabaret musical theater show.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like we need a new Seasons of Love, you know?
Yeah. All right.
So, yeah.
Adam's Family.
Okay, well, just because I'm a fan of the counter, I'm going to say Carrie Hope Fletcher, but also Death is just around the corner.
Oh, a song, yes. I thought you were
That
saying
was,
something.
yeah, no. Well, Death, yes, also
Adam's
Death.
Family, yeah.
Great musical, love the song Pulled.
Yeah.
But also,
super good.
Death is just around the corner.
Okay.
Great number. That was like, after I saw that, Wista, that was kind of my obsession because I already knew Pulled. But yeah.
Wizard of Oz.
Oh, Judy Garland.
Judy Garland. Kinky Boots.
Well, Boots, Todrick Hall.
Todrick Hall,
He was
yeah.
in it for a while. And see, that's another one I'm a bit like,
But you haven't seen it.
I mean, it was on PBS recently.
right.
I gave it a try. Not my fave.
Sure.
My apologies to the Kinky Boots lovers out there.
Les Mis.
I mean, here's another opportunity.
It's gonna happen.
Carrie Hope Fletcher.
We love
No, but
Well, I mean, she's iconic for Les Mis because
yeah, I mean, she was what she
She
played
was
young
Eponine
Eponine
when she was younger. I really hope
Yeah,
she's
I
watching.
know. Hi, Carrie. We're obsessed with you.
And then she reprised her role as Eponine like many years, like 5 to 6 years ago or something.
Well, yeah,
West
she
End.
played like the adult. Eponine,
Yeah, adult Eponine.
Well, she even played in like Dubai and everything too.
Yeah, they went on tour. She did. I think she's definitely one of the longest running Eponines,
Yeah.
at least in the West
And
End.
then
And then now recently, since last fall, she's been Fantine.
yeah, exactly.
Anyways.
Yeah. So no, but okay, to steer away from Carrie. We love you, Carrie. But Les Mis on my own was also like one of those numbers that I used to sing all the time. Also, Lea Salonga, like so. Yeah.
Nice. Into the Woods.
Stephen Sondheim, love him.
Hamilton.
Lin-Manuel Miranda. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, we
Again,
both don't
Hamilton
really know
is
it.
one of those I haven't gotten into as much. I know it's, the big hype and it kind of changed like the face of Broadway and everything. But yeah, and also like Schuyler Sisters.
It just looks weird.
Weird
right now.
spelling. I don't know. I have some questions about that. Lynn, if you're watching.
Frozen, because yes, it's a musical also.
Yes, that's true. Let It Go, iconic.
West Side Story.
Oh, Leonard Bernstein. Just love that music. Like the music in West Side Story, top notch. Yeah.
Oklahoma.
Oklahoma. Well, I mean, Oklahoma. No, actually, I don't know, just that musical is so special to me just because it's the last, well, it was only the second musical I ever did, but it was our last year in high school. So I don't know, I just think of like Lindsay Place when I think of Oklahoma because that was like such a special group of people that we had together and just like that performance, that whole like, I don't know, that whole experience in general. So yeah.
Miss Saigon.
Play us longer.
Come From Away.
Welcome to the Rock.
I heard her sing that song in a show she did a couple of years back, where they sang songs from different musicals, and it really
it's great. And
we're
also
not from Newfoundland, but like
no,
still.
but you know, but I just think and also too, I'm pretty sure that it was originally like written and workshopped at Sheridan, which is a really well-respected musical theater school in Ontario, and that was actually like one of my dream schools to go to. It was like Sheridan, Randolph Academy, and then I'd also applied to CCPA, which is in Victoria in British Columbia, which I got into, but ultimately decided to go to McGill. So it's
cool.
Pretty cool.
Book of Mormon.
Another one of those that I never really got on the bandwagon for, but I don't know, honestly, Book of Mormon, I just like think of like the guys in their like white shirts and ties and like
Rocky Horror.
Oh my goodness, I have such a history with Rocky Horror.
First word.
Pardon?
First word that comes to mind.
Rocky Horror. I don't know, just Brad and Janet.
Yeah. And finally, Matilda.
Oh, love Matilda. Sometimes you have to be a little bit naughty.
Hey man, what a great way to end the video.
Yes.
We're going to leave it there for now. Exactly. I hope you enjoyed the interview with my sister Erin. So please make sure to subscribe to my channel. You can do so by clicking the link below if you want more videos like this. Please also make sure to like this video and comment any and all thoughts you have about musicals, any thoughts you have about this video or questions you have for Erin. Maybe she'll answer. I don't know where all the things are going to be on this screen, so just check out my flute performance channel as well, somewhere in that vicinity, and somewhere above me or on me will be my latest video. Thank you so much for watching, and have a Flutey Feminist day. Bye!
Bye!